to my channel. Today's video is gonna be so much fun. It is gonna be 10 things that YouTubers make me buy. And I actually got the idea of doing this video because I am doing a decluttering series here on my channel right now. I leave some links right here on the screen. I just suddenly realized how much shit I've been buying because of other people. And I'm just like, wow, I was easy. And don't get me wrong, some of the products that I've been buying because of other people and their recommendations, they've been amazing. But let's just say there has been some mishaps. And I find that quite embarrassing. I think a disclaimer that I have to do right now because I'm actually sitting talking about myself as well. Just when I'm talking about products that are amazing or whatever, it is honestly because they work so well for me. And if they're not completely right for me and my skin tone or skin type, I often tell you guys that this may not work for me, but it may be good for people with oily skin. And I always try to tell you guys in my videos that just because a product works for me, it doesn't mean that it works for you. We've all got different bodies, different skin tones, different skin types, so it doesn't always work the same. So whenever me or any other beauty gurus or just YouTubers in general tell you about some amazing products, please bear in mind that that may not be amazing for you. So try it out in store or maybe get a sample, something like that, just to see if it really works as well for you as for the YouTuber. That was long chat. Let's get into the video. The first product that I want to share with you is a blush. It is from Estee Lauder and this is so old. It is called Pure Color Tease. The blush looks like this and already when you see it right here, I'm just like, what was I thinking? I remember seeing Tanya Burr hyping so much about it. I don't even think that she used it in a tutorial. I just think that she talked about it in a favorites video or something like that. And I was like,
if Tanya Burr, she wants it and loves it that much, I need it as well.
I remember searching high and low for this freaking blush and it was sold out everywhere. And I went to different towns and different cities in Denmark just to get this one. And then I found it in a city far away from my town. I was just like, but as soon as I tried it on myself, it was like the color just didn't look as good on me as on Tanya. And obviously me and Tanya, we've got very different skin tones. She's more of a pinky undertone and I'm more of a yellow undertone. So obviously this one doesn't look the same on me as on her. Honestly, it's kind of like a fail for me and my skin tone and just me in general. I'm not even into pink blushes. I'm not even a blush girl. So as you can hear, I've also been influenced by other YouTubers and I was actually a YouTuber back then. The next product that I'm going to share with you is a palette from NARS, and once again, this is a blush palette. I'm not a blush girl! However, when that is said, this palette is so beautiful. It's from NARS, as you can see. It is called Denmark, and this was a limited edition palette. And I remember seeing Fleur de Force. She was one of the first YouTubers that I watched and followed and subscribed to on YouTube. So she's been a huge influence on me. I've actually gotten to meet Fleur and she's really nice as well. So that is really cool. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I haven't used it even once because it means that much to me. As I said, this is a limited edition palette and I actually got it sent from the US. It was very difficult for me to get my hands on because I saw Fleur talking about it in some of her videos and I was just like,
I want that palette. Fleur, she's got it. I need it as well. It's a limited edition.
When things are called limited edition, you're just like, there's something inside of my head that just goes like,
you need it. You have to get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
So I got it. So what went down was that I searched high and low on the internet. It was sold out every freaking where, and then finally I found it on eBay. Obviously way more expensive than when it was sold in stores. So I actually contacted the seller and I was like, do you have the receipt? I need to see that this is real. So they sent me receipts and everything like that. I was so crazy. I was just like, it needs to be the real deal. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't ship to Denmark, I only ship nationally, like in the US. And I was just like, so what then went down was that my best friend back then, she had a friend in the US, and then I asked my friend if she could ask her friend if it was okay for me to get the palette sent to her and then she could ship it to me. It took me like maybe 3 weeks to get the palette, and when I finally got it, I was like, keeping it safe in the original box. I've thrown out the box now because that's how far I've gotten. But I kept it in the original box and I never used it. What am I thinking? I spent so much money, so much time getting that freaking palette, and I haven't used it even once. It's just one of those like keepsakes things that I'm always gonna have in my collection, but never use it. I'm stupid. But fun story. The next thing that I'm gonna share with you is actually something that really annoys me that I bought because I just don't think that it's worth the money. I think that you pay so much for the name. The Kylie Jenner lip kits. I remember me and my sister when we figured out that it was out and that Kylie, she was doing her own makeup line and so on, we were just like, so my sister and I, we were waiting for the launch of these liquid lipsticks and we were just like, I wanted all of the nude shades and the same did my sister. But as you can see, we didn't get any of the freaking nude shades. And actually the first time that they came out, well, like when they were launching, we didn't even get them. They were sold out in like 2 minutes. And then the second time we did get some, however, it's colors that I would never ever use, and actually when I tried them and tested them, I mean, I like them, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're just not even close to being as good as my Anastasia liquid lipsticks or my Kat Von D ones. And I hate that I was so on the wagon and so like into getting them that I actually bought 3 and I've never really used them. Next up, we've actually got a fashion item that I bought because of some of the British YouTubers, and that was Ray-Ban sunglasses, and especially the Wayfair ones. Honestly, I can't remember which YouTuber I saw with them on, but they're just not the best shape for my head or my face. There's nothing wrong with them, and I love my Ray-Bans, I really, really do, but the aviator style is so much better on me. I bought these because of some YouTubers, and these are expensive. If you guys know Ray-Ban sunglasses, they were expensive. My mom, she was like, are you sure you want those, Camilla? Because I was trying out some Tom Ford ones and other different ones, and I was just like,
no, I don't care about Tom Ford. I want Ray-Ban.
Sometimes I wish that I listened to my mom. The next things that I'm sharing with you are stuff that I actually started collecting because of other YouTubers, and especially the 2 colors that I'm gonna share with you now were the ones that everyone had to have. We're talking about Essie nail polishes. Let me tell you guys, I've got an entire box filled with only Essie nail polishes. I remember Miss Glamorazzi, Ingrid, she was talking so much about these 2 colors, Mint Candy Apple and Tart Deco. I obviously had to get them. Back then, Tart Deco wasn't available in Denmark and Mint Candy Apple was always sold out. So I actually bought an entire stash of these. I remember buying this one online. Nowadays, you know me guys, I only wear nudes or reds or some very discreet colors. I hardly ever wear these kind of shades anymore. Let me say I really do like Essie nail polishes, so don't mind that I bought them many, but once again it's excessive, and if you've seen my nail polish collection, I'll leave it somewhere on the screen or down in the description box. You will see that it's kind of crazy. Am I the only one? Probably not. My collection of MAC products like MAC lipsticks, MAC lip liners, MAC blushes, MAC eyeshadows, it has got its own life. I think I've got way over 100 MAC lipsticks.
What was I thinking?
Now let me just say that I do like MAC's lipsticks. They're great. I'm wearing one right now. It's called Blankety, and that one is actually my favorite nude. But I've got so many colors where I'm just like, what was I thinking? I mean, who doesn't remember Plumful? Everybody was like, that is the perfect autumn fall shade. And even though it's pretty, I would never wear this. And Cream Cup? Does everybody remember Cream Cup, that really pinky shade? Yes, they are good. They're very creamy, some of them. And I love that there's so many different textures or finishes, it's called, of lipsticks in their collection, and there's so many different shades. They're great, definitely, but this is way too excessive. But then again, if I ask myself if I regret buying them, not really. It's like Pokemon, it's like, gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. Oh, it's crazy. The next product that I need to share with you is the one that I only bought because so many YouTubers and beauty gurus, they used it, the Beauty Blender. I use a Beauty Blender 99% of the time when I'm doing my makeup. I was very skeptical in the beginning, let me be honest. I was like, it's a sponge, how can that be that good? But as soon as I tried it and saw the magic behind the sponge, I've never looked back. I don't mind using brushes, but the finish is just not even close to being as beautiful on the skin as when you use the Beauty Blender. I'm so thankful to YouTube because it introduced me to the Beauty Blender. It has changed my game when it comes to foundations and just applying my makeup. And when we're talking about really amazing products that I love that I got because of YouTube, Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So many beauty YouTubers, they talked about this one being like, that is the best powder for baking, and baking is also just one of the things that I learned through YouTube, and this powder has saved my life for real. And I love to use it for baking because it doesn't look cakey or heavy or powdery on the skin. If you haven't tried it, you have to. And now I'm totally like telling you guys what to buy. Honestly, it works for all skin tones and skin types as well, and it's just, oh, it's amazing. And now let's get to the very disappointing product that I hate myself for buying. Carly Bible on YouTube is the most stunning beauty guru. She's so beautiful, so talented, and her favorite mascara is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and she uses it in all of her videos, and it looks amazing in her lashes, and when I get it on my lashes, it looks like a freaking spider-leggy situation, and it's just not pretty. The funny thing is that my sister, she loves this one as well, and whenever I try to use it, it just looks clumpy and crazy. And I've tried so many ways of applying this. I've tried just to go like this, I've tried to wiggle, I've tried to curl. I mean, I've tried everything with this and it just doesn't work. So we've come to the very last product and item that I'm gonna share with you that I got influenced to buy by a YouTuber. And her name is Fleur de Force, and the product is a bag. This is so embarrassing. Okay, so I think I was around 17, 18 when I got this bag. It is a Chanel bag. I really wanted a Chanel bag. I've been wanting that since I was 15, but I just didn't know which bag to get. Because honestly, back then I hated the classic original Chanel bag. I thought it looked old and old-fashioned, and I don't know if I still feel like that. If I was to buy another Chanel bag, it would definitely be the boy bag. That is like my dream bag. But let's get back to this bag. Baggage bag. So this is the executive tote bag from Chanel. I remember seeing Fleur wearing it in some videos and also just doing an entire review of the actual bag, and I was sold because I was like, this is such a classic bag, and I love that the logo is right there, but it's not too much, it's not too in your face, and it's just a very classic standard bag that you would always be able to wear for daytime or nighttime. I do not regret buying this bag at all. I really like this bag, and that's also why I've still got it. I just felt like a huge fail when I saw that Fleur, she actually sold this bag because she was like, nah, I don't really like it anymore, and I was just like, what? Buy it? How could you? I just felt so betrayed because first she made me buy it, and then she sold it and was like, nah, don't really like it anymore. But you know, that's the way that the beauty world is, and just the fashion world in general. But to me, this is still such a hot bag, and I love it. And once again, as I said, I don't regret buying it. I still wear it sometimes. I only wear it for like special events because it is a really expensive bag. It's just a really weird feeling that I was so into that bag because of her, and then she hated it, and then I was just like, I'm all alone now. I actually bought a freaking Chanel bag because of another YouTuber, and that is crazy. So guys, that was the 10 products or items that other YouTubers have made me buy throughout the time. And if you want to see a part 2, because I could easily do a part 2 of this video, then please leave a comment down below, and actually also let me know what other YouTubers or me even have made you guys buy throughout the time. It is quite funny, right? I mean, sometimes you find some amazing products, and other times you get so disappointed. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, found it funny as well. If you liked it, give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I love you all to the moon and back and everywhere else. Mwah.